All right. We had one injury coming out of it was Juwan Taylor, who hurt his right ankle. So other than that, we've got to do a little better than that. Obviously, when you're playing a good football team, it starts with me and doing my job better and giving our guys an opportunity to put them in good position there where they can make some plays. Against a team like this, both offensively and defensively, you have to take. You got to get off the field defensively, and you got to be able to stay on the field offensively and score touchdowns, not field goals. It was great for Bucker to make them for sure, but you want touchdowns in those situations. And so my hat goes off to them. Sean's done a nice job with them. They played a good game tonight. So that time's yours.
Andy, what is it about Buffalo's pass rush that makes them difficult up front there?
Yeah, they've got those defensive ends are top notch, so they can roll them in, and they've got 3 or 4 of them that can bring it.
Just the
tough ask, and we didn't have enough pressure on him to make him rush it. He had a little time to allow that to happen. So.
Andy, this could be your last time playing in this building. What has it been about this stadium that you help prepare your players for this atmosphere?
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. That won't change in the new place. The fans here, they get wild, and so it's it's not going to be any different than the other place. Good football team, so some good games.
Hey, what made that 4th and 17 work the way it did?
Yeah, good throw, good catch. Yeah, so you got enough time there where you could put it up there. So.
At the end of the first half,
Yeah, you got to score. You got to score a touchdown. That's you don't want to come out with a field goal. Although, listen, within it, we were still within striking distance, so it wasn't like we had opportunities. Can't start the second half the way we did. That's my responsibility. Make sure that doesn't happen, and it did.
Just the timing of your offense today.
Yeah, I could have helped the guys out, and I didn't do a very good job with that. So, and then we've got to obviously do it a little better when given that opportunity. So.
Andy, what you guys asked you about why they were able to move the ball the way they did today?
Yeah, listen, they got the run game going, and then right when you think they're going to run it, they come back with play action or naked, and they did a good job of that.
Andy, what did you see on the intentional grounding? What did the officials tell you?
Yeah, I saw a tip ball. So I was in 83, somewhat in the vicinity there. So I thought that was why I called that. Yeah. I tried to do it.
Do you have any indication that replay assist had already factored into that before?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Coach Reid, what made it so difficult to cover the tight ends? Knox and Kincaid had a big day of blocks.
Yeah, no, they did. They got us in one-on-one situations there, and they did a nice job.
Thought to give the
tough
consideration to try one more time there from the 1 on 4th down before going into that.
I wanted points. We had to come out there with points. So, no, I thought about it for sure, but I thought getting the field goal was the right thing to do right there.
Obviously, you were in the spot last year. I just expect the guys to respond to this.
Yeah, listen, I've got a good locker room there, so rest up and they'll come back strong. So, I'm not, that's what we do. Guys that are nicked up here, or throughout the year here, they've got to make sure they get in and get worked on. So.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs tight end. Travis Kelce faced a rough patch during a heated matchup against the Buffalo Bills, finding himself on the receiving end of a punishing blow just before halftime. The game carried high stakes and a charged atmosphere, with the Chiefs trailing 21-13 late in the second quarter, as Patrick Mahomes fired a pass in Kelce's direction near the end zone, Bills' safety. Cole Bishop saw an opening and delivered a bone-rattling hit right to Kelce's chest, knocking the wind out of him and causing him to head off the field visibly shaken. The moment was tense, the crowd electric, and as Kelce made his way towards the tunnel, the Buffalo faithful let loose with a wave of jeers aimed straight at the Chiefs' superstar. Instead of shrinking beneath the noise, Kelce leaned into the moment, responding to the taunts with a sly grin, cupping his ear toward the fans and mouthing, "I love it, I love it," as if he thrived on their animosity. instantly sparking a viral reaction across the NFL community. Chiefs supporters and neutral fans alike shared and commented on the clip, amazed by Kelce's unflappable attitude under pressure. The clash with Bishop had left him breathless and sent him to the locker room early, but halftime updates from the Chiefs camp quickly reassured everyone. Kelce had cleared concussion checks and was gearing up to return for the critical second half. As the third quarter kicked off, he wasted no time, catching a pass on the very first play, making it clear he was back in action and ready to help rally his team. Before the injury, Kelce had managed just one catch for 20 yards, a slow start compared to his explosive showing the week before against Washington, when he dominated with 6 receptions, 99 yards, and a touchdown. But it's moments like these, bouncing back after a hard hit and using the crowd's energy as fuel, that demonstrate why Kelce is revered as one of the league's toughest, most passionate competitors. The adversity didn't dampen his spirit. If anything, it stoked the fire. The way he turned hostile chants into a show of bravado became the talk of the night. Fans on social media dissected every frame, praising his composure and willingness to stand tall no matter the circumstances. Kelce's reaction was more than a gesture. It was a testament to his competitive heart, a display of pride that resonates with anyone who's ever faced doubters. Subscribe now if you're a fan of players who never back down, even when the odds are stacked. The sequence unfolded quickly. Mahomes, under pressure, looked to his trusted tight end in a crucial moment, but the ball was just off target, leaving Kelce vulnerable. Bishop's hit was clean, but its impact was undeniable, sending a ripple of concern through Chiefs Nation. Coaches and trainers quickly attended to Kelce as he exited, but even as he walked off under his own power, his body language projected confidence. The Bills fans, sensing vulnerability, seized the chance to taunt him, but Kelce, ever the showman, flipped the script. That "I love it" became a rallying cry, not just for the Chiefs, but for anyone who admires resilience on the field. When the second half began, all eyes were on Kelce. Would he shake off the hit and return to form? On his very first play back, he answered emphatically, hauling in a pass that signaled he wasn't just present, he was ready to fight. The Chiefs' sideline erupted, teammates slapping him on the helmet, the crowd's earlier jeers fading as the action resumed. Kelce's ability to absorb a big hit, weather the crowd's hostility, and return with renewed determination is part of what sets him apart. The previous week's performance against Washington had reminded everyone of his offensive prowess, but this game against Buffalo was about heart and toughness. While the scoreboard showed the Chiefs trailing, Kelce's presence injected hope and intensity into the lineup. The narrative quickly shifted from concern over his injury to admiration for his resolve. Social media buzzed with clips of his "I love it" moment, fans and analysts alike lauding his temperament and leadership. On a night when things could have spiraled, Kelce wrote another chapter in his story of perseverance. He's built a reputation for clutch performances and emotional responses, and this showdown added to his legend. The Chiefs' offense, energized by his return, pushed forward, each play echoing the grit Kelce had displayed. Throughout the second half, the Bills' defenders kept a close watch on him, but he continued to make plays, refusing to let the earlier hit define his night. The stadium atmosphere had shifted. What began as a chorus of boos had turned into a grudging respect for a player who simply wouldn't stay down.